What happened at Double or Nothing? Oh my God, 2024. Let me make sure this is going live on Facebook. We are live over here on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. And now we are going live here on Facebook as well on dirtsheets.net. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to wait to thank them until we're actually live. Okay, now we are live on dirtsheets.net. Thank you so much to everyone at dirtsheets.net for hosting this live stream, in addition to everyone who is watching this either live or watching the recording. We are going to be going through the results of Double or Nothing. I am going to try and describe my reaction to this insanity. Maybe one of the greatest AEW pay-per-views ever. I don't know. Certainly feels like AEW is in a better place after this pay-per-view than they were before this pay-per-view. And that means, in my book, it was a great pay-per-view. That's what it should feel like. Any good pay-per-view should feel like things are different after it has happened. Those are the ones that I like. I don't like pay-per-views. I don't like pay-per-views that I don't even want to watch, which just happened over here on the other side of things, right? Other company had a pay-per-view I had no interest in. Normally I tune in to whatever they're doing, but man, none of that even remotely interested me. Whereas this was fascinating from start to end, and wow, just amazing. We're going to see what the live chat has to say. Let me go ahead and get this. Grab the Facebook chat over here and throw it on the side so I can see what people are saying or not saying. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what's going on Facebook, guys. That's like a whole different world for me. But okay, we got Twitch chat. Best pay-per-view ever I'm seeing. Yeah, absolutely, man. It was really good. It was really good. I got a couple people who weren't able to watch it. If you haven't seen this thing, I would encourage you to watch it immediately. Any way you can. Get a hold of it and watch it. Some other things you should watch is the Mr. Hartgrave channel from Parts Unknown. Go look it up. It looks like we're up some subscribers, so that's great. Maybe some of you are checking it out. Absolutely go check out this page. I actually just dropped a great video on the Young Bucks and one on Cody Rhodes. These take a crazy long time to produce, and they are very, very good videos. The Young Bucks one is doing a little better than the Cody Rhodes one, but both of them are doing pretty bad. But they don't deserve it because they're really good videos that I spend a lot of time on and do a lot of research for. So check them out. They're really, really good. But right now we're going to talk about what happened at the show. Now I'm hoping that we're going to have some previews kind of pop up here to make this easier to talk about. No, they don't put anything up after the show. They don't put any kind of highlights up after the show. Well, that's kind of lame. Let me see. Did they at least kind of lay out the matches here? They don't really help me out at all. AEW does not help me out at all when it comes to recalling the show. I guess I don't know if I can pull up a match card. I don't know what I have to do to refer to this. They're making it difficult. Mr. Hartgrave is the only streamer who does not sleep. You're right. I don't sleep. Instead, I give reactions to pay-per-views. All right, well, let's see if anything's going on Facebook. I need to figure out how to reference these matches. I've never actually gone live after a pay-per-view before. This is the first time I've ever done this, so forgive me not knowing what I'm doing. I don't have a routine for this. I guess I could go to Cage Match. You know what? Going to Cage Match, that's where we kind of end up doing things anyways. They'll have all the matches. They'll have all the results. And you know what? There'll be some numbers in there as well that I can react against. I can see if we can agree with the preliminary rankings on Cage Match. And I don't know if I'm going to do like a standalone video. Every week I review the highest ranked and lowest ranked matches on Cage Match for Dynamite, for AEW Dynamite. And it's a fun video, and we have a lot of good times with it, and the clips from it blow up on Instagram. I don't know. I'll tell you right off the bat, this was probably the best Anarchy in the Arena match there's ever been. I don't think I've ever enjoyed an Anarchy in the Arena match more. There's never been a crazier Anarchy in the Arena match. They've never covered one as well. They're getting better at doing the camera work on these. Like, the Wembley one was good, but the camera, like, they didn't know what to show. It's difficult. I'm not gonna harass them over it, but it's very difficult if you got like 8 guys running around all over the place. AEW Twitter does it. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna go to Cage Match, and then I can't get into trouble. If I play footage and stuff's gonna get demonetized, and that's no fun. And then I have something to react to as well, because I was hoping to get some of these fine people on Facebook who have these wild takes to jump in here, but they're not going to do that for me tonight. So I'll go find my wild takes somewhere else. Really phenomenal pay-per-view, though, man. I know people are still going to say after this is over that, like, AEW fell off and AEW's no good and AEW sucks, but, like, how can you honestly say that when AEW runs like such amazing shows? Such amazing shows. Oh my God. Isn't it? It is hilarious though how the crowd that was chanting for fire got fire and then didn't know how to react to it. I knew that boy was getting set on fire when he was so wet. I saw him in that flame retardant gel, boy. I said, that boy's getting set on fire. I said, he isn't wet by accident. Uh-oh. They're setting Jack Perry on fire. Oh, no. That's crazy. They're going to fully set him on fire, because that's what, like, Cody Rhodes came out when he got set on fire. Oh, that was nuts, man. Yeah, no one's ever wet on by accident in wrestling. Yeah, that was no mistake, boy. He was coming out to get lit up. God damn. Say what you want about Jack Perry. Guy's got balls, dude. CM Punk would have thrown a fit over that. He's like, we're not setting Jack Perry on fire. Jack Perry's like, I want to get set on fire. I need a vacation. I don't know, man. I love AEW. It's crazy. All right, Cage Match. Cage Match. What is it? CageMatch.net? Yeah, it's Cage Match. There's Cage Match. All right, we got Cage Match pulled up. Let's go. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see what the highest rated. Let's see what the lowest rated is. I'm fascinated now. I gotta know. This is gonna be real preliminary. Oh, they don't even have it yet? It doesn't even hit yet? What? Oh, this is the buy-in. Okay, I need the actual event. I need the event, son. Nobody cares about the buy-in. Double or nothing in the buy-in. Have they not posted it yet? I don't know how anything works. Like I said, I've never done this before. It takes a minute. Normally, this is why I gotta do everything a day late. If I'm gonna make my video, real fire, cry me a volcano. No. 9 out of 10 show? I believe that. I feel like it was a 9 out of 10. It was pretty damn good. All right, so there's like no place I can review this. All right, we might have to go to AEW Twitter. I hear that they do recaps there. All right, AEW Twitter. All right. AEW Twitter. And they've got the hookup for me. Nobody else can help me out. This is old. What is happening? This isn't right. This is like when they fired CM Punk. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's AEW Twitter. Oh my God. I am so bad at this. Jericho talking, the media scrum. Oh, he's fucking MJF already selling shirts. Of course, MJF is back. That's great news. I think that's going to help pick things up. Okay, all right. We've got some moments here. Okay, some stuff is going down. All right, let's scroll back to the start of this thing. And, all right, they have been putting up moments. Good for them. All right, we got some clips. Hopefully I don't get into too much copyright trouble by showing this. Oh, my God, the Adam Copeland match. That was awesome. That was really good. I don't know what my match of the night was. I have no idea. It was all really good. It was a really good show. I'm going to seriously have a problem picking out my best match. We got Evil Orange Cassidy, guys. It wasn't black denim. It was just slightly darker. Oh, he was so good. It was everything I wanted it to be. That was pretty awesome. MJF is huge. Absolutely gigantic that he is back. Great promo. All right, I think we're here. Okay, we're here. All right. Ospreay and Roderick Strong. All right, so we can kick it off with Ospreay and Roderick Strong. Yeah, MJF's tweet is awesome. Yeah, it is hard to pick a match of the night when they were all that good. There was really a lot of good stuff on there. All right, Ospreay and Roderick Strong. This was a solid opener to the show. Thought this was really good. Any Ospreay match is good. Maybe the best Roderick Strong match that I've seen in AEW. And of course, Ospreay wins. Like, no one's shocked by that, right? No one was shocked that Ospreay won this. And this is like a big F you to the Kingdom. Like, the Kingdom storyline is full dead now. It's done. The crowd was hot all night except for one thing. Now, wait. Rain Dragon, you were there, right? Rain Dragon, you were on site, so you would know, actually. The crowd did not sound hot for one part. So I need you to confirm, as the man on the floor, whether they were actually hot for it or if they were not. There's one part. The crowd was hot most of the night. It did sound like a good crowd, which is good because I think last time they were in Vegas, it was bad. I think last year the Vegas crowd was like asleep. I don't know what was going on. Last year in Vegas, it was a bum crowd. So I'm glad they got that worked out this year. Or maybe it was audio issues. It's hard to say. But I think everybody was saying that the crowd in Vegas was like shot last year. I don't know what was up with that. Pay-per-view is too long. Look, I intended to go live here at 12:15. I don't mind, though. Look, MJF's promo put time on that pay-per-view. MJF got to do whatever the heck he wanted to do, and that pay-per-view got extended out a half hour. And I'm fine with that. I'm happy that MJF going out there didn't like cut matches short and things. Like, I was worried about that watching. I'm like, MJF's talking a lot. Because before the show started, I was timing it out. I was like, if it's a half hour per match, this thing will be done at midnight. And then they go and throw a half hour promo in. It's crazy. But they just let the show run a half hour longer. I thought that something would be truncated, but nah, they seem to do all their stuff. So Ospreay wins. I mean, that's great. Ospreay's going to win a lot of stuff. I'm glad this wasn't the match where Ospreay took a loss. It does suck that the Kingdom is like that. That just never happened. It just never happened. They never pulled the trigger on the Kingdom. The Kingdom is gone. It never even got started. They're one of the worst factions in AEW. The Kingdom, the Undisputed Kingdom, is one of the worst factions in AEW's history at this point. Like, wow. Didn't see that coming. I thought they were going all in on that. I don't know what I mean, they signed Osprey and Okada and Monet and like, well, yeah, I think maybe they thought that Adam Cole was gonna recover faster than he did, or Wardlow probably got hurt. I don't really know what's going on, and that's wild. But look, it's what it needs to be. We got to put all the belts on Osprey. This is the first one. There's going to be more to come. All right, so that was pretty good. Then we got who's up next. It was a good match. I like all the weird drama with Osprey not wanting to kill people with his moves, and then kind of killing them anyways. That's pretty cool. And new bruv, Will Osprey. They were ready to roll on these graphics, boys. It almost feels like wrestling's predetermined. How quickly they pop out graphics. You're killing the business, guys. Yeah, Adam Cole comes out, delivers like a non-promo so that MJF can come out. MJF is back, rocking the Triple H look. I mean, does anyone get the Triple H reference? He's wearing the leather jacket with the denim vest. That's awesome. That's crazy. That's wild. I wonder if MJF will show up at the scrum. Should they even have a scrum? Someone got set on fire. Shouldn't they chill out? All right, Death Triangle versus the Bang Bang Gang and the return of Juice Robinson. I like how many moments we had during this pay-per-view with people returning and, excitement. No Motor City Machine Guns. When are we pulling the trigger on Motor City Machine Guns? You know what? I'm fine with that because I am working on a series of videos. I'm going to go back. I got to do the plug again, guys. The only reason I come out here and do these live streams at this point is to plug my other videos because YouTube won't do it. I'm working on a series of videos telling the entire story of what is now the new Elite or the old Elite. I don't know, the Elite. Talking about the Young Bucks, Okada, and the Motor City Machine Guns actually play into that. I figured that they would play into that. They don't seem to be playing into that. I don't know when they're going to play in. I believe it's been rumored that they've been signed by AEW. They're just waiting to pull the trigger on. I don't know when they come in. But they're part of the roadmap. Actually, I've written out 7 videos and I've dropped 2 of them. So the next one for me to write is a chapter on the Motor City Machine Guns because there's some connection there between Okada and the Young Bucks and the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't know, man. I thought they would make their debut here, but they had so much other stuff going on. I'm glad they didn't end up, running the Motor City Machine Guns into this. And we had Juice Robinson come back. We had a great trios match. One of the, I don't know if I want to say one of the better trios match. I mean, like, we're ramping up. The AEW pay-per-views ramp up. I'm trying to remember everything that goes down in this match. I mean, it's just cool to see Death Triangle back. I'm not mad at Death Triangle being here. I'm still not loving the booking of Jay White or the presentation of I don't want to say the booking. I don't want to be that guy. It's like the booking in AEW sucks because they don't. I was just saying this in one of my videos. I'm like, I can't say the booking sucks just because they don't treat my favorite guy well. And Jay White's one of my favorite guys. So I want to see him, do cool stuff. Is this cool stuff? I don't know. It's not really the coolest stuff he could be doing. Juice rock hard, MF and Robinson. I mean, I'm a big Juice fan too. It's just cool to see Juice come back. Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns don't really fit with the Forbidden Door theme, so I don't know if I don't know. It doesn't seem likely. Who knows? Who knows? The buy-in was solid. A couple of matches they ran for free were pretty good. Look, Jay White does get a lot of TV time. I assume he's doing what he wants to do. I just want him to do his big evil stuff. I want him to do something big but maybe he's tired of doing big evil stuff. I mean, that's what he did in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So if you don't know about Jay White was like the number one heel in New Japan Wrestling for like what, 5 years, 6 years? He was like the big bad, the final boss. And he was totally awesome at it. And now that he's in, All Elite Wrestling, he's just kind of comedy relief, which maybe is what he wants to do. Maybe he got tired of the heavy stuff. This match wasn't a comedy match, but the real match here is Pac versus Jay White. Like, I feel this is a match that would have been on Dynamite, and then for the pay-per-view, I think I would have been so much more excited to see Jay White versus Pac. That's my thing. I feel like this there was nothing about this other than the return of Juice Robinson, and even then you could have done that on Dynamite, quite honestly. This was a TV match that happened to be on a pay-per-view. That's what that is. No titles changed hands. This is what we really wanted to see, was Pac versus Jay White. That's the match. That's good stuff. It's not what we were here for, though. All right, then you got Deeb versus Toni Storm. This match is wild. This match is wild because Deeb was working face and Tony's working heel, and no one can tell. As far as the audience is concerned, Tony's face. 1,000% Tony is face. And Deeb may as well have been a heel because she was getting booed. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. They got to stop. I think they got to lean in. Unless you're going to have Toni Storm actually do heel stuff, stop pretending that the audience is gonna react to her that way. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, it's awkward. It's weird. It's like I guess they tried to get Deeb over as kind of like the sympathetic face, or like, try to get her this like momentum, but it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Nobody wanted Deeb. If Deeb would have won this, dude, the audience would have been pissed. Pissed off. I got the real sense. I was sitting there just crossing my fingers. I'm like, don't let Deeb win. It's going to be like when Roman won. Ain't nobody going to want to see that. Don't do that. You're going to have like somebody come out and hold her hand up and be like, guys, really? Like, she's earned it. Like, I don't want to see that. The crowd is so into Toni Storm still. I don't know. The only person that can take that belt off of Toni Storm is going to be like Jamie Hayter at Wembley. Jamie Hayter's going to is going to enter that Owen Hart tournament and win her shot at Toni Storm for Wembley. That's how that's going to go, right? Maybe Britt Baker. I don't know. I kept thinking Britt Baker would show up at this pay-per-view at some point. It never happened. I really thought it would happen at one point, and then it just didn't. Which is wild. I don't know when that's going to happen. Deeb is the heel? No, she isn't. No, Deeb was not the heel in this match. She was working face in this match. She came out and gave her flag to a kid. Dude, how did you miss that? It was right there. Deeb was working face in this match and failing at it. The build to this was confusing because they don't want to turn, or like Tony doesn't want to go heel. I don't know. Or whatever Tony's doing to be a heel just isn't actually working as a heel. Everybody loves her too much. We like it too much. It's too cool. Tony's too good. And we refuse to hate her for any reason. Like, she would have to do stuff that is so, like, out of her character, I guess. She's playing a sympathetic heel, and we don't see her as a heel. Who got booed? Deeb? I mean, why would you boo Tony? There's no reason to boo Tony. Tony hasn't done anything. She's deranged. She's crazy. She's out of her mind. She's sympathetic. It's like, poor Tony. And you know she's going to get backstabbed like at any moment. You know, Mariah May is there, like ready to, wear her skin at any given time. So, like, we can see what's happening. We're not stupid. Deeb got booed. Yeah, there you go, guys. And she was working face. She was not heel. She kept doing stuff to the audience, like trying to pump them up for her. She was like, "Yeah, come on, this is my spot." And they were like, "Boo." No, it's not. That's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah, now Monet was heel. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, there was an F Deeb chant. Yeah, I'll believe it, man. Look, it just like I'm glad she didn't win because that would have been awkward. That would have been awkward. But she's playing face. I feel bad for Deeb. I really do because she's good. She's good, but like you got to have a character, which I think is what Toni Storm has proven, right? Because Toni Storm was good. Toni Storm's the same wrestler. She hasn't like increased her wrestling abilities or anything. She's always been a good wrestler, but she just found this amazing character that she's going with. Deeb is like, what, man? Deeb's like, I came back from an injury. I know lots of wrestling moves. Like, okay. We don't need much. We don't need much. Please help Darby made it to TV. Yeah, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. There was some let's go deep stuff. I mean, some people got it. Some people got that they were supposed to cheer Deeb, but nobody wants to boo Toni Storm, and it's just not happening. And I hope that they figure that out. I hope they figure that out. Because I want to see a match that's actually worked properly. Oh my God. Yeah, Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy. These might have been my favorite entrances. I like that we saw a new entrance for Trent Beretta. Is he done with wrestling? Is he going to quit? Was this it for Trent? Because at the end of the match, he storms off. So I'm a little concerned that Trent is going to... Him and Chuck were so close. Like, if Chuck's really done, you think Trent will just quit out of sympathy? Just be like, oh, I can't work with my friend Chuck. Like, IRL, for shootsies. I think Trent might be done because Chuck's done. I kind of feel maybe that's what they were teasing. I don't know. That's how the best friends bow out. Kind of wild. Good match. Anything with Orange Cassidy is always good. I like how he came. I prefer. Where is my mind? I prefer the Pixies entrance. And I love that he was wearing just like slightly darker denim and like darker sunglasses. And they put it over on commentary that this is the first time he's worn a black shirt. He did the absolute laziest bad guy, the absolute laziest heel version of Orange Cassidy. Brilliant. It's like just enough heel. Really good. Really good. Yeah, no, there were definitely people for D, but it just wasn't working right. Yeah, Trent and Chuck were together for a long time, like their entire careers, like a long time, like a long time. So I'm concerned. I mean, I want wrestlers to do whatever they want to do. I have the utmost respect for wrestlers. I don't badmouth wrestlers. Their job is so hard. Forget it, man. It's a crazy life. And I'm entertained by it, so I got respect for it, right? I try not to badmouth anybody, and I try not to put my own weird stuff on them, you know? Oh, I want to see the best friends win the belt. I want the best friends to do what they want to do. If Trent wants to call it a day, okay, man. I appreciate everything he's done. I will go and see him when he does signings. So yeah, I love that. That match was really good. This was probably one of the matches I was more into of the night because the build was so good for it. They did so much work to get us here. This was awesome. So I really enjoyed that. I like the new look on Trent. They both had like a new look. It felt like pay-per-view worthy. Orange Cassidy, I think, Orange Cassidy with this showed that he can tell, he can play a role in a story. He doesn't have to just be he's so much more than the guy that people make him out to be. Orange Cassidy does, he can do emotions. This match got me emotional, and that's what you're looking for, right? Oh, the hugs, Jesus, that's good. Oh my God, the three-way between Hook, Jericho, and Shibata. That's wild. That's wild, man. Learning Tree Jericho. I enjoyed this match more than it. I had. This match was more enjoyable than it had any right to be. I love Jericho's little graphic up there that he's been for the world champion for 36 days. He's like proud of that. Oh my God, so good. So good. I know Rain Dragon liked this one. Yeah, it's a really good match. Super fun. The bag of dice. Everybody's taking bumps on dice. Was awesome. And I think it had the right ending, quite honestly. I thought this was one case where we could shake it up and put the For the World belt on Shibata or bring it back to Hook. But honestly, man, this learning tree thing, this delusional Jericho thing is so funny. Keep it going. Keep it going. This is one of the few Jericho angles where I have to say, keep it going. One of the very few times where I'm like, in recent history, now back in the day, I used to love me some Jericho angles. Man, I love the old Jericho angles. So don't say that old AEW Jericho angles. Okay? This is a recent development where Jericho angles are really hard to handle. This is great. Keep it going. Jericho is doing some Tony Storm level character work, and it is good. I mean, it's very kind of similar to Tony Storm. Did anybody notice that Chris Jericho's learning tree gimmick is very close to Tony Storm's gimmick? Just, delusional, thinks that everyone loves him. Except in his case, he's actually delusional. People kind of don't like him. But it was absolutely the right move, and it is super fun and crazy. Oh, thank you, chat. You don't even watch AEW. You just enjoy. Well, thank you. Well, you know what? If you watch my channel, you'll learn more about the wrestlers who are in AEW and all kinds of things. So we're doing these mini documentaries, which have been a lot of fun to put together. And then, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I keep reviewing the show every week. This Orange Cassidy one almost hit 1,000 views. People watch that. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I do live streams, every week, twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. Maybe after pay-per-views. I'm not sure how this is going yet. The jury's out. No idea what's going on. What people don't. Rain Dragon. Rain Dragon's the biggest Jericho fan. You're as biased about Jericho as people think I'm as biased about everything. That's great. Look, I love filling the videos full of clips so that people can see AEW because I think like a lot of the problem with AEW is like just people aren't getting exposed to it. So that's like my whole thing is exposing people to it, showing them how much fun I'm having, and hoping they'll come aboard because it's just fun. There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody's getting hurt. Like I said, I got respect for wrestlers. More wrestlers have jobs. Everybody's getting paid. The only guy getting hurt is Jack Perry because he set himself on fire. And that's fine. If Jack Perry wants to get himself set on fire by Darby Allin with a flamethrower, let him do it. Cry him a river. you know what? The more that I see, the way I see Chris Jericho work this learning tree thing is probably the most I've ever liked him, which is wild because popular opinion is I'm not supposed to like Jericho, and I was in that camp, but man, he's doing such a good job with this. How do you not like it? It's hilarious. The smell of burning Jack Perry. Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, the bag of dice was really fun, hitting each other with the kendo sticks. This was a better ECW match than the last pay-per-view. Oh my god, the last Jericho. I mean, you got to get a third guy involved at this point for Jericho. If maybe for pay-per-views you cannot do a one-on-one versus Jericho anymore. I don't know, man. He doesn't need to retire, but maybe we can just protect him a little more, right? Just protect him a little more. Yeah, you're absolutely right about AEW's potential. Like a lot of people diss on it for not like being the same as WWE, but I'm like, it's only been around for like 5 years. Like I think they've done really good in 5 years. Jericho's stick were black and the others were white. They were saying on commentary that he had the fake stick. Like Jericho has the fake stick. Nigel McGuinness was hilarious, yeah. How do you go to you do you watch you gotta watch if you go to the live event, whenever I go to the live event, I watch the recording too, because I need my commentary team. Which is wild. Oh, that is what I'm seeing here live on X. I'm like in the sidebar right now. Do I have a massive viewership on X right now? I guess I'm fighting against Sean Ross Sapp. You know what? My takes are all better than SRS's takes. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that my knowledge of AEW goes much deeper than SRS, and all my takes are infinitely superior. I guarantee it. I should probably be on his channel. I was telling my producer the other day I should just work with Fightful. I can't fight him. If you can't beat him, join him, right? I don't know. I don't know if they'll return my phone calls. In the meantime, Jericho could be a good manager for someone. I mean, he is being a good manager right now. He's doing great. Good. You watch it again? That's good. You got to hear the commentary. Well, here's the thing. Here's why so many people badmouth AEW, and this is what I believe at this point, is that they're fans of these idiots who badmouth AEW online. And the idiots who badmouth AEW online, we're talking the Jim Cornettes, your Bully Rays, your Eric Bischoffs, they have been saying for years that these guys suck. They don't deserve to have a company and they're going to fail. And then every year that AEW just keeps getting bigger and doing better and making them look stupider,
They got to keep doubling down on their bad take. And they are so upset right now that they have been wrong for 5 years in a row. They can't handle it. And that's all it is. It's people want to be right. People want to be right. And they don't want to go back on their takes. So there you go. They're just dug their heels in and they're just going to keep saying what they say until they are right. Eventually, someday everything ends, right? Maybe. I don't know. So maybe they're just hoping that eventually they'll be right. But I don't know if they ever will be. But maybe someday someone will realize that the Cornettes and the Eric Bischoffs and the Vince Russos are all a bunch of idiots and have been wrong for 5 years. And maybe once they realize that, those guys' viewerships will drop off and AEW won't have such a bad rap. They won't have so many people digging their heels in over it. And we'll see. Yo, Rain Dragon, what's up? Seriously? How'd you run into 15 people? Well, good for you. Oh, yeah, JD from NYC. He's another one. There's just so many of them. It's like throw a rock. Throw a rock, man. All right, we got Takeshita. Thanks for being out there, epic producer Rain Dragon. I hope something comes of that. That sounds awesome. Jon Moxley versus Takeshita. This was good. It's not my favorite Takeshita match. It's not my favorite Jon Moxley match. I like the whole arm thing. I did like the whole arm thing. I haven't seen a good guy who's injured match in a long time. I mean, maybe the last one we saw was like MJF, and that one was like way overdone. This was like just the right amount of, I'm coming into this match with an injury. Look at my arm is all bandaged up. Oh my God, look, he's working my arm. Dude, you talked to Vince and Dutch? Dude, they should totally come on and do an interview with me. Nobody cares about them, but I love them. People do not care about the righteous enough, and I can make people care about the righteous. The righteous are fascinating. I need to go back and watch all their Ring of Honor stuff too before the company shut down. There was a bunch of cool stuff happening in Ring of Honor before it shut down that I never saw that I want to see. And I do believe the righteous are part of that. The righteous, Danhausen. Dude, Ring of Honor was kind of popping off before it shut down. They were getting their momentum back, and then they had to close. They were doing some cool, exciting stuff. That's awesome, dude. Dude, Vince is like a legend. When I realized who Vince was, he's Vincent. He's part of the original Kingdom. He was like the original Kingdom member. Oh, Bischoff is wild, dude. I just put him in my video. Not Bischoff, Vince Russo. They were talking about Bischoff. Oh my God, yeah. Bischoff just cannot understand that how much. I mean, both of those guys are wild. I mean, all these guys made horrible mistakes. Bischoff, Russo, Bully Ray. I mean, Bully Ray not so much because he never actually, had anything that he was doing. He never ran a wrestling company. Cornette, though. Any of these guys that have been handed the book and have run their company into the ground and now think that they get to call the shots at AEW or pass judgment on it, they are wild. That's crazy. Yeah. Bischoff, I don't even believe Bischoff's like authentic with his jive, though. Like, they're all just playing games. All right. So yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. I like the injury angle. I liked Takeshita hitting the Death Rider. That was dope. Takeshita's great. People wouldn't have been mad if he won. Oh my God. Malachi Black versus Adam Copeland, and we got the Brood intro, which was just like the best. The Brood intro was so good, and of course, like without no Gangrel in the intro, and we all wanted it, right? We were all like, oh, I hope he comes out. I hope he comes out. I'm glad they didn't disappoint. This is one of the greatest matches in AEW history. I just gotta say, it was so cool to see a like legit steel cage. You know Adam loved this. Cause he had to do that BS steel cage match with Finn Balor in the WWE that got I guess they did get some color. The cage matches in the WWE are so BS, man. It's like, why do you even have a cage? Like, if you're not gonna work the cage, like wrestlers have been working cages for the last 60 years or whatever. Why are you even doing it? It feels disrespectful to the cage. Like, number one, the WWE whips out that damn cage way too often. They're pulling out that cage way too damn often. It feels that way, at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I see that cage a lot in the WWE. It should be reserved for the bloodiest of blood feuds, and then there should be some bloody blood in the blood feud. Or else, why even do it? Why even pull the cage out unless you're doing the whole thing? Oh, there's a cage around the ring now, and it's the same match. There's a few spots where someone gets run into the cage. Oh my God. Yeah. Fill me in later, Rain Dragon. That sounds awesome. The elbow off the top was questionable. Yeah, right. He kind of landed on his legs a lot. I hope he's okay. He seemed okay. Copeland seems to know what he's doing. And then Gangrel comes up from the bottom of the ring. This match was really good. This match was booked. I don't want to say overbooked. It was booked. I like matches that are booked. At pay-per-views, book the match. Do some shit. They did it. All kinds of spots. House of Black members coming on. False betrayals. Gangrel popping out from the ring. This was so well paced. There was enough match. There was enough, extra stuff going on. It was awesome. The fake heel turn by the fake turn by the house. The ending, man, just like Edge and Gangrel giving each other a hug in the ring and helping each other up to the ramp. The whole thing was awesome. There was nothing not to love about this. And I love where it's going. I mean, is the Brood going to be just a thing now? That'd be dope. It's really, really cool. Maybe my favorite thing. Maybe my favorite thing of the whole. This might be my match of the night. And I don't know. I haven't been like a huge Adam Copeland guy my whole life. I was never an Edge fan back in the day. I just think that this stuff is awesome. That was really good. That might have been it. Then we got Monet versus Willow. I feel like we could have done this on TV, though. I don't know. With the title change and everything, I don't know. Monet's whole thing feels like a botch. Okay, here's the thing that I didn't think the crowd was behind. Damn, I lost Rain Dragon, too. I was going to ask him. Yeah, they had Gangrel, Rayvarn. He came out of the bottom of the ring. He came up through the ring. It was awesome. I didn't think the crowd was into Monet. Monet was working heel, and they all knew it. They didn't like boo her, but they weren't into her. Yeah, it was really awesome. So yeah, this is the one part of the night where I felt the crowd just was confused about what to do. And not like Deeb and Tony where they knew they wanted to cheer Tony. Like everyone knew Monet was going to win this, but he didn't really feel right. And then the end, you got Chris Statlander turning on Willow is also like a big, WTF. Like, why? What? I hope they pull this together, man. This was ill-conceived. I gotta say, look, I'm the positive AEW guy, and I'm gonna be like, this is kind of ill-conceived. I hope I'm saying something different at the next pay-per-view like I was with Jericho. Jericho last pay-per-view, I was like, this is ill-conceived. And now I'm like, this is good. So I hope I'm going to try to trust the process here. And I hope that this becomes good. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, some of the crowd didn't care that she was a heel and was here to cheer her anyways. Some of the crowd did not care. Some of the crowd picked up that she's a heel. And she's been a heel like always. Like she's a good heel. That's what she does. It was the same thing when Paige came in. Saraya. And everyone was like, we're just happy to see Saraya, so we weren't buying the whole heel thing. Everything she ever said was heel, though. Have Willow turn on him? Have her join Julia and Sky? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. It was real like I'm not following it. I don't know. I'm not buying into it, but I'm going to try. Everyone's behind Willow a lot. That's what was difficult about. Like, she did better than anyone thought she was going to do with the very little amount of time she had to establish herself as a champion. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? You're going to put the belt on her. I'm surprised we're doing this belt. It's a wild belt. No, I'm just tired. It's 1:30 in the morning. They got that graphic ready. I'm starting to feel like wrestling's predetermined. They drop 2 graphics? No, they don't. They knew what they were doing. All right, then we got Christian Cage versus Swerve. Oh, I love the Warriors. All right, how many people here got the Warriors reference? How many of you people are awesome? He came out clanking the bottles. I knew from the moment I heard the first bottle. That's so awesome. Swerve's the best. Swerve's the best. This was a good match. Yeah, I think my match of the night is Adam Cole versus Malachi Black. That was really good. I'd watch that again. I'll play that for people. I wouldn't play this for anybody. This feud didn't have no teeth. This thing between Swerve and Christian, I don't know. I just never... There's better Swerve feuds. There's better Christian feuds. I want to see Christian get involved in the Brood stuff. I feel like we just had to get this out of the way so Christian could go do Brood stuff. I hope that's what we're going to do. I hope we're going to go do Brood stuff with Gangrel and Adam Copeland and go do that. That'd be amazing. Good match. Swerve was on fire. Swerve was doing all of his stuff. There doesn't exist a boring Swerve match. There's no such thing as a boring Swerve Strickland match. So it was awesome. He did all of his business. His crazy business that ain't nobody ever seen before. I love his stuff. People on Instagram trying to tell me that Swerve doesn't do anything new. I'm like, dude does new stuff all the time. Swerve, Swerve has 5 new moves every time he comes out. He does not do the same stuff. Dude is wild. He's got his 5 normal moves, and then he's got 5 moves he's going to make up on the spot. It's crazy. The guy's a freak. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What is Stokely doing? What is Stokely doing? Stokely's interesting. Stokely's cutting promos over here, man. What is Stokely doing? He orchestrated the turn. I don't know, man. Stokely's making story where there wasn't no story. I love Stokely. All right. And then we got Anarchy in the Arena. Oh my God. Yo, Darby got hit by a bus again. I love how they had Darby get hit by a bus. That's crazy. And then, yes, they set Jack Perry on fire. And you knew when he was all wet, he was going to be on fire. You knew that. Oh, my God. I was like, they're going to set Darby up. They're going to set him on fire. And then you saw the Young Bucks over here next to the... I mean, there were so many tells going on. The Young Bucks are over here next to the flamethrowers. I'm like, oh, God, they're going to set him on fire. He's got the flamethrower. Now, do you think Tony Khan feared for his life? There it is. My God. So that's great. I don't think we've ever seen that. I don't think we've seen that one before. I can't say that. I mean, guys, I don't know. I heard a lot of people saying that AEW doesn't do anything original, but I don't know, man. I can't recall the last time someone got set on fire with the flamethrower. But here we are. Jack Perry got set on fire with the flamethrower, and it was awesome. Great match. Yeah, it feels like getting set on fire by a flamethrower is a new one for AEW. So congratulations, AEW. You've arrived. 5 years later, we're doing so much better than the Exploding Barbed Wire death match. Are they going to get credit for this? We've come such a long way past the Exploding Barbed Wire death match. This is going so well. All right, well, it was a great pay-per-view. I give it a very high grade. At some point, I got to do like a ranking system where I rank all the pay-per-views for the year or maybe for all time. I don't know. This would be at the top, though. This one's really good. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I remember the last time someone got set on fire and it wasn't as fun. That was wild, man. I don't know. Yeah, because Randy Orton's a murderer. He's still a murderer. How can you have Randy Orton play a face when he's literally murdered someone on camera? That's a little rough. I don't know. I still remember. I don't feel like he ever made up for that. I don't feel like he ever became not a murderer. I don't know. I think that I know they're starting all that stuff back up. I think Uncle Howdy needs to come for Randy Orton because that boy's a murderer. He's got some skeletons in his closet. All right, everybody, I gotta go. My voice is giving out. I'm still getting over a cold. This was a crazy good pay-per-view. Let me know what you think of the pay-per-view down in the comments. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, let me know if I should come out and do this after every pay-per-view. I don't really know.